attacks. Drop jaws like an earthquake cracks. Rap gets wrecked, the silver and black. Webby is back. Webby is back.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, NBA fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We're doing a live reaction tonight's round 2 of the NBA draft. The Spurs have picks 42 and 44. Are we going to trade up? There's still some good players on the top there. Isaiah Evans, Henry Vassell, you don't remember how to say his last name, Malik Thomas, Baba Miller, the player that a lot of you guys wanted. Then after that, it starts to get to the point where I haven't heard of quite a few of these players, but hey, maybe something will happen tonight. Who knows? Spurs got 2 guys last night. 2 guys in the first round, which didn't totally expect that going into the draft. Good evening, Bria. Fox Call, thank you for stopping in. Area 51 is here. Texan Swarm. I could see them drafting a guard. Daniel Berry, thank you for stopping in. J1. Trayvon. So I do have the rankings up again, by the way. So I will cross players off as they're picked. We have picks 1 through, I think I went to 30-something. 32. If somebody's off the board at that point, then I don't know who a lot of these players are at this point. So I'm hoping I would actually, in a pipe dream, the Spurs trade up and get the 31st overall pick and take Isaiah Evans. I think he'd be a good pick. Yes, a guard at that point. I think is he a 6'6" guard? Oh, it's right there. 6'6", 180 out of Duke. We'll see what happens. Emmanuel Sharp is a friend of yours. Really? Okay. What's up, Texas Mate? Thank you for stopping in. It kills JC Richardson. Thank y'all for being here. Dylan Upper says Evans could round out a nice draft with the shooting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Phil, thank you for stopping in. We won't use both the picks. No, I agree there. What's up, Granada? Are we getting who's homemade Wemby Roman? Show enough. Chat, don't forget the thumbs up button. Appreciate that. Show enough. Joshua Burns says, did ESPN really just rank Brunson ahead of Ginobili in the best all-time second-round picks? That's a joke. NBA Finals MVP probably what did it. I wouldn't put ahead of him yet. When his career's over, I could see him passing Manu Ginobili. Sorry, Spurs fans. I am just keeping it real. I see your point. I see their point. There's an argument to be made on both sides of the fence. Buenos noches, Hector Jimenez. Salute. A blueprint. Aldrin, I have no idea. Topat Noob, thank you for being here. 6'6", 180 is small. Not enough bricks in the pockets. I've never heard that before. Rian, thank you for stopping in. Fox ain't going anywhere next season. I think we've all agreed on that for the most part. After that season, we'll see. Michelob, I'm hoping the second round starts like in the next couple minutes. I don't want to do another 3.5 hour stream. That's not a knock towards you guys. I mentioned it in today's video. My back, I tweaked it yesterday working out. I was doing some presses, and then all of a sudden I just felt a little pop, and I was like, okay, stop working out. And that's been bothering me most of today. I think I'll be okay if this is like 2 to 2.5 hours. After that, I might just check out if it's even still going at that point. Well, our picks will be done by that point anyway. What's up, Brian? It says, TSR, my dude. I thought I saw a rumor that David Jones Garcia signed with the Met. I did not see that. What's up, Humberto? Hi from Puerto Rico. Best Spurs channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Fred the King, go Spurs, go. Why be live for free agency on Tuesday? So is free agency next Tuesday? Maybe. You guys seem to enjoy that last year. Free agency, the first day is what, June 30th? We need to know what time free agency starts. I might have to get out of work a little early for that. But you guys enjoy just kind of doing the live Twitter feed to see if we sign somebody. Some names I see you guys throwing around. Rui Hachimura, John Collins. I believe they're both going to be free agents. We could use some shooting. Rui would bring that. Brazil is 6'9" with a 7'4" wingspan. Older side, mature player. Getting mature guys is not the worst thing either. Comps to Granada, Jake, I've seen people mention Ben Wallace because of the defense. Robert Williams III, I think, was one that was mentioned. Just search Google, Jaden Quintet's pro comps, and you'll see a few guys that, the AI is going to give you some answers first, but you'll see some guys that are probably familiar. TSR trying to get length and girth. Yes, I am, Chris. Who isn't? 6 p.m. Oh, it's 6 p.m.? 6 p.m. on June 30th. I might actually be able to do that. All right. Yeah, we can go live for that. I thought it was during the day. I can definitely go live for that. Cassie, go Spurs, go to you. The Knicks have traded the pick. Who did they trade it to? Bulls sold pick 56 to the Lakers just now. Tony, I was on the fence and appreciate that. I was like, you know what? I don't have any plans tonight. The Spurs pick 42 and 44. I'll probably stick around to pick 50, which would make it around a 2-hour stream, and then I'll probably call it a night. I can commit to that. Yo, Juan Gil, thank you for stopping in. Yap says, or the Spurs will trade up, proposing the 2 picks for a 3rd pick, or the Spurs won't draft at all. I could see us drafting 42, 44 in a future 2nd rounder to get up into the top 5 if there's a guy they really want. Maybe we'll go for Nick Martinelli, the guy that looks like a pizza shop worker. Whoa, what? What's up, Marco? Thank you for stopping in. Is it too late to draft Cooper Flagg? Yes. And Rian, I know I'm rolling the R's. I agree. Fox absolutely needs to start. I've said that for the last couple of weeks, or at least the last 10 days, that he needs to start. If they're looking to move on from him eventually, they need to rehab his trade value, because right now, I know he was injured in the playoffs, but his trade value is not exactly peaking at the moment. Houston is on the clock. Knicks traded 31 and R5 for 38 and 53. So the Houston's on the clock. I did get that. Although it doesn't say that the draft has actually started yet. It has not. I'm on ESPN's website. It is not updated yet. So hopefully soon. Daniel, I would be totally up for trading for one of these top few players that are available in the 2nd round. Absolutely. What did Miss TSR think about the Ross draft? Do you mean Terrace Reed, July 93-26? I have not talked to her since the draft. I know she was bummed she was not here, but things happened and we weren't able to do the stream together. I got to assume she's ecstatic. There's 2 UConn players on the San Antonio Spurs. Stephon Castle, which was pretty much expected. I thought the Spurs might go for Caravan or Reed. I wasn't really leaning one way or the other. I think Terrace Reed Jr. was the way I was leaning a little bit more. How about the Sacramento Kings? Let's stop talking about the Sacramento Kings for a second. That's 2 years in a row they've taken a player that I would not have minded having on the Spurs. Last year, you guys certainly know if you've been on the channel for more than a year with me, I wanted Maxime Reynaud with the 38th pick overall last season. The Spurs sold the pick. The Kings took Maxime with a 38th pick, or 42nd pick. I think he might have been helpful with us for the finals when our offense stalled. The guy can get a bucket and he can rebound. So I think that was a hit and miss. And then I wouldn't have minded Alex Caravan if he was available early in the 2nd round when we traded up for it. But the Kings did it again. I would trade up for Isaiah Evans only. At Satan, I was thinking that too. Get Isaiah Evans, who was projected to be like 25th overall. I believe 25th. To grab him in the 1st pick in the 2nd round would be fantastic, and then call it a day. It kills says, Fox is such a negative for our team and may not long-term piece. Anyway, I'm selling low ASAP. May seem like a loss, but trust me, it's a win. So it kills. Here's the way I look at it. Either you get his trade value up and you trade him at the All-Star break this season. I don't think that's likely. Or after the season. If you can't get his trade value up, you open him to the expansion draft and you unfortunately get nothing for him. You didn't give up a lot for him. If the Spurs can win a championship with him next season as part of the starting unit, then it was probably worth it in the long run. Vassell is this year's Reynaud. Okay. Fox should go. A lot of fans feel that way. Fox, Bryant, plus unprotected 1st round picks for Evan Mobley and Schroeder. Interesting trade. Sharp is our guy. Emmanuel Sharp? Don't know a lot about him, and I'm going to be transparent with you guys. For those of you that have been here a while, you know, but for those that are maybe newer, I don't follow a lot of college hoop. I do follow more college hoop than I ever have before. I've been checking out the UConn women's team and the men's team because, well, hello, I'm dating somebody that's a UConn fan, and in doing so, I've started to follow UConn. So I did see quite a few of the men's games this season. I saw a couple games live, and I was very impressed with Terrace Reed Jr. That being said, all these guys over here, I'm just getting mostly what I know is from you guys. Can we trade Champagnie? I think I'm going to keep Champagnie, although as much as I like Julian, I don't think he's a starter. He is a spot starter and would be great off the bench, even though I think he plays better as a starter than the bench. But long term, he's not the answer at 4. Fred Fox for 6 packs of Surge, okay? Alrighty. I think we need a 3rd small forward. Ugana and Yenso. So that is someone I talked about on the channel, Joshua. I think he's projected to go around when we pick. So just add 30 to this number, by the way. So they have him at, he's a big dude, isn't he? They have him projected at 48 on ESPN's big board. And I think the draft is finally starting, hopefully. Maybe? No. Damn it. Is anybody else absolutely frustrated with how long this takes? And I don't know if it's the NBA, I don't know if it's ESPN or a combination of both, but this draft should have started already. It's the second round. Let's go. Come on. Carter, Bryant, and picks need to be sweeter for Fox to get traded. I would agree with that. P2 Sweet says, wouldn't be mad if we got rid of, wouldn't be mad, I guess is what you meant. Wouldn't be mad if we get rid of Champagne. He is no Fox, or Iverson has no style. The Farty Tank, I agree. Harper should start. At the very least, he's going to be the sixth man. He's got to be getting 30 minutes plus a game next season. Sharp has more girth. Well, I like the girth. Trade Fox for SGA. Okay, I would do that one up. The problem is the Thunder have to be willing to do that. And there is no way in heck they will. I know nothing about these draftees, but I can't wait to learn about our new guys. I talked about them a little bit today at Kills. I didn't go in-depth on them because I kind of did the strengths and weaknesses of both players last night during the live stream. And obviously, if you really want to know a player, you can watch highlights. Watching Jaden Quinn's highlights, the dude is a beast on defense. It's just the injury history. The recent injury history is a major concern. Terrence Free Jr. mentioned, I've already watched him. You can certainly see his highlights. He had a game in March Madness, 31 and 27. I think he dropped in a game. First time that's happened in like 50 years in the NCAA. Got to get their money. Yeah, JC, I know. They're going to stretch this out. This should be, realistically, round one last night should have been about 2 hours, and tonight's draft should be an hour and a half. It's going to be longer than an hour and a half. Last night's draft was 3.5. We were live for 3.5 hours. They are going to stretch it out and milk it as much as possible. I wouldn't mind drafting Uzan. Which one's Uzan? He must be down the board a bit. The Knicks traded the pick, but the draft has not actually started yet. Master Tintin, I agree. We need some more shooting. Thunderstar, hello to you. OKC trading Wiggins to Atlanta was a way to diminish the value of 2027 Atlanta pick. Very McAfee. I mean, the Hawks got better by getting rid of Trae Young. Let's call it what it is. And I think the Wizards, that contract extension he just got, they're going to regret that. Let's put it out there. Area 51, we should be 3 picks in because it's 4 minutes in between picks. We should be 3 picks in. I think one missing piece other than size for the Spurs, which I can say I already saw. We pretty much solved it. We need a consistent shooter. I agree. They're putting up the best available. Jay Balas, best available is Malik Thomas. I disagree. I think it's Isaiah Evans is the best available. He actually has him as the 5th best available. TSR, are you not in or out to take Oscar Wembanyama in the draft? He's not available in this draft, though. He didn't enter the NBA draft unless I missed something. Oscar Wembanyama is not available this year. Michelob, so the trade we did yesterday was we traded our 35th overall pick plus 2 future second rounders. I actually don't know what the future second rounders are. I never looked into it. We have so money. Please don't, just the wrong way. I don't care. I was like, whatever. We got rid of 2 future second rounders. We still have the 42nd and 44th pick in this draft. Ideally, I'd like to see them take both picks, trade another future second rounder. I'm sure we still have extras, and move up into the top 4. I think we'll take 1 too, Clutch Corey. And yes, young P the Great. Yes, we have 2 picks. Mark Larson. I have a feeling we're never going to see Juan Nunez with the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not going to say we'll never see him in the NBA. It's not looking good. That's correct. 42 and 44. But I hope if Oscar's available next year, the Spurs should draft Oscar. I mean, he's got to be available at the number they picked, though. If somebody drafts him, what Oscar should do, and I don't know if this is tampering, is like, I refuse to play with anybody except for my brother. I don't know if you can do that. Probably not. But he could put it out there that, or somebody could spread a rumor that he won't sign with any team except the Spurs. I don't know. Richie Saunders. So is Richie Saunders a guy with a bad ACL? Let's not take 2 guys that are injury reclamation projects. I don't want to do that. Trade the 2 second-round picks for future picks and call it a day. Benjamin, I will be discussing him at some point in the channel soon, but I need to wrap up the NBA draft coverage, NBA free agency, which now knowing it's next Saturday at 6 p.m., I think I'll go live for it. Hang out with you guys for a couple hours, see if the Spurs do anything. Of course, you know what will happen is I'll be live for like 2.5 hours, call it a night, and then something will happen at midnight, and I'll wake up and there will be the news. We have 3 seconds and 28:20. Do we have that many seconds left still? Why isn't this started yet? What's up, Butterfly? I'm sorry. No, Butterfly has not started yet. I've been live for 15 minutes. It's the second round. For the love of Basketball Nation, start the second round, you doofuses. We don't need all this talk about blah, blah, blah. It's the second round. Yes, there's been hits in the second round. We're well aware of Manu Ginobili, Nikola Jokic, Jalen Brunson, etc. Start the damn draft. Life is good, Mark. When's live for trashing I'm not going to trash Mitch on a live stream. I don't hate the guy. The draft is finally starting. I see some people saying hit the thumbs up. I agree. Mark Tatum's in the house. No Adam Silver tonight. What's up, Mark? And I remembered his name. Let me know if you guys can hear this okay.
Right here in my hometown of Brooklyn, New York.
Should be okay. I looked like it was catching the audio fine. Which Hall of Famer is getting drafted during... Right, Damien? They have been in commercial breaks when players have been drafted, and I personally feel really bad. Here's the biggest moment of your life, and it's not even being shown on TV because they were in a commercial break. Michelob, I'm with you. I'm willing to give Mitch some time now. If the Spurs make when the Spurs make the playoffs this coming season, if there's another epic meltdown where they blow leads game after game after game, then I could see then we'll be open to the conversation and maybe he's the problem. But I don't want to do that yet. Spurs have plenty of second round picks. Reed deserves to spend 2 of them and get him. Reed? Oh, you're talking about Terrace? Yeah, Terrace Reed was a good pickup. Yes. Jamie, I am having a good day. I'm not feeling particularly well. Not only is the back bothering me, but I'm just not feeling well tonight. So I'm here, though. I was like, you know what? This could be our last live stream in a while, but unbeknownst to me, the free agency starts next Tuesday at 6 p.m., so I will probably go live for that. Why not? Championship or bust? I don't know, championship or bust. As long as they don't lose the locker room. Yes, I agree. As long as they lose the locker room, should be okay. Jam Money, good evening to you. I just saw you in there. Stingray X Factor. I am not feeling better, but I'm here. So thank you for asking. And yes, Roman, JQ does have a fragile knee. I thought this was starting. Wait, New York's not on the clock yet. Oh my goodness. So, Mark Tatum came out. I thought the draft was actually starting, but it's not. I hate ESPN or the NBA or both. Milking this to no end. For starters, it shouldn't be 2 nights, but if it's going to be 2 nights, each night should not take more than 2 hours. JQ, I don't think he's Italian, Damien. He doesn't look Italian. I suppose he could be. Nice, Cyborg. Yes, they do have kills. I don't know how to feel about anyone who they can take here. Just hope they can trade out and not waste their time. Richie Saunders, Butterfly. Somebody was saying he's dealing with Humberto, thank you, dealing with an ACL injury as well. I'm not aware of that. I don't know a lot of the guys here in the second round. I know a few of the guys at the top of the list. After that, it gets a little sketchy for me. By the way, let's get a good luck Yodi boop for the draft. Second round. Dylan Harper, that's a darn good question. Boop! The NFL draft does start on time, does it not? And the NBA just sits here and farts around and makes us all wait. Mark, yes. Money rules, advertising, yes. Joshua, he's out with an ACL. Is it the right? Yeah, I know it's the right. But J Money, I got ESPN's draft board up. So the Knicks are probably picking on behalf of the Rockets. That's usually what happens when there's a trade. They're not able to update their site in real time, I guess. When are the Clippers getting punished for the Kawhi Leonard stuff? Did that not get resolved? I don't remember. I don't know. Neos, I don't like Adam Silver as a commissioner either. Damon Stern, much better. So, Ram Meister, I've gone on the record that I think Wemby will have a 12 to 15-year career. I'm hoping it's the latter, not the former. I just don't see a player of his size lasting more than 15 years, which would put him at around age 35. that's certainly a nice long career, and he'll have a very productive career. I don't see him playing until he's 38, 39. That's highly unlikely. Evil Cap, yeah, I agree. Isaiah Evans or one of those Arkansas players would be good for us. Isaiah Evans would be fantastic if we could move up. There's already been a trade by the Knicks. I don't know where we're going. Do you think people hold Wemby losing the finals like do you mean hold it against them? Probably until he wins one. I think the thing that really hurt, I don't want to say hurt his reputation, but maybe just dinged a little bit for people on the outside looking in that aren't Spurs fans, is he didn't show up in some games. In the biggest stage of them all, he had some rough performances. But the game 4, it burned into my memory, maybe yours as well, where he's doing this, and then it absolutely backfires. Mark Tatum's coming out again.
With the 31st pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Bruce Thornton from The Ohio State University.
All right, that was not updating. Now we're updating. All right, I don't know why that was not updating for us all, but okay. Bruce Thornton. Where was he? Where is he? Holy crap, where is he? Oh my gosh, he was Bruce Thornton, guys. He's way down here. The 49th ranked prospect according to ESPN. That is a huge reach. Wow. I don't know who that is. Is he great? I got nothing. All right, that was you guys said that pick's going to the Rockets? That is quite a... All right, now we're finally working. All right. We pick at 42 and 44. All right, Joshua, I'll take your word on that. Rich, thoughts on Beef Stew from the Pistons being a Spur? I don't know what's going to happen with free agency. Beef Stew, John Collins, Rui Hachimura, I don't know. No, I know who the top few guys are, Area 51. Isaiah Evans, Baba Miller. Some of the other names look vaguely familiar, but I haven't done a lot of research on these guys. Good evening, Rose City King. We finally got this working. I'll do the same thing as before. When they're getting ready to announce the pick, I'll just give that a little boop so it's hit into the Grizzlies are on the clock. This is pick number 32, or I guess we'll call it pick 2 of round 2. All right, they're not doing pick 31, 32, 33. They're just doing pick 2 of round 2. Yeah, Max, if you can reach, but I thought that was a pretty big reach. Isaiah Evans to the Spurs. Now, user, if Isaiah Evans drops down to pick number 12 in the second round, that would be shocking. I can't imagine that happening, but crazier things have happened, right? It's the NBA draft. The pick is in for Memphis, and this should go much quicker than last night now that they're actually going. Hallelujah. Who would I like to see us draft? Isaiah Evans. Is he not? Is he a shooter? I think you guys were saying he was a shooter last night, or maybe in a mock draft I got Isaiah Evans in the second round. You're like, that's a good pick in the second round. So I mean, taking a Duke guy, sure. Getting closer to Trayvon Brazil. That's a name actually you guys have mentioned. Actually, there's another guy I do know here. The big dude. What's his head? Ugana Onyenso. I have heard of him. So I do know a few of the players here. Just I don't know everybody. We're already in a commercial break. Is somebody going to get picked and they're going to be in a commercial break? That would be horrible. This is pick number 2, Cyborgs. Pick number 2 of the second round. Jonathan wants to sit right here. All right, Jonathan. Get your butt in there. There you go. He's going to sit next to David. Since there aren't any UConn guys left as far as I know in the second round. Thank you, Butterflies, to spike that like. Who will be the next Jalen Wells or AJ Mitchell this season? Ooh, good question. Rastafari, thank you for stopping in. They didn't Taterhead. Nice name. King Hardy says, get more projects. I'd be up for getting another player. We're actually close to 100 light. Wow, all right. I don't expect a big turnout tonight. This is round number 2. But what I do expect is just hopefully to have fun for a little while. The Spurs make a great pick, and we're all happy and all excited for next season, summer league, free agency, etc., etc., etc. Manu Ginobili was a second-round pick. Jalen Brunson, Nikola Jokic. 210, we have picks 42 and 44, pick 12 and 14 respectively. ESPN's doing things a little different. They're calling it round 2, pick 2. I'm used to the larger numbers, picks 30, 31 through 60, but we're going this way today. What's up, Clay? Thank you for stopping in. Summer League is this Summer League in less than 10 days? Wow. Have I played the 82-0 game? Texas Man, I don't know what that is. Is that where you, is that the NBA? Maybe I do. I think I've seen videos on this on YouTube. I haven't watched them, but I've seen the thumbnails. Is this where you try to get a team to go 82-0 in NBA 2K? Via rebuild or I don't know. We go with a Russian named, I can't even say that. I don't know what you just said. This is the 1 year I can agree Spurs don't need any more guards. Maybe we don't. TSR reach this round will be Evans, Thomas, Saunders, and Vassell. Possible picks are Brazil and Smith. Eric actually did a report card on that today. So if you're interested in my in-depth opinion on the drafting of Jaden Quintance and Terrence Reed Jr., the video I uploaded at 11 a.m. this morning talks a little about everything. And I give some grades and feedback. 82 is a website? Yeah, I've never heard of it. They want shooting, put Lindy Waters in the game. J1, Lindy Waters did not shoot well for us last year. Roman, I don't know about the Wemby stopper. He is huge, but I've also heard he's slow. So he might not be Wemby stopper. And yes, Butterfly, I agree. I don't think he's going to play 1 minute next season. It's going to be a redshirt year. But if he can stay healthy, then we could have gotten one of the biggest steals of this draft. Reyes, I know the World Cup's going on. It's not my thing. I did cover it in 2019 with the U.S. Women's National Team and had fun. That's when I was first starting off the channel, and I was just trying to stream everything to grow the channel. I was streaming soccer, Premier League, and the World Cup. I was streaming everything. UFC, WWE. All right, Memphis Grizzlies picking in.
With the 32nd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Richie Saunders from University.
All right, we got to take Richie Saunders off the board. That's a player a few of you were just saying like to see the Spurs grab. Isaiah Evans is still available. That is crazy. He is dropped. He was projected to be around a 25th overall pick, and now he's dropping early into the second round. And I think, by the way, this is the way I'm going to start doing the draft moving forward, is having the best player available on the right, and then the actual action below me. I think that's, I mean, it doesn't show the prior picks. I guess that's the one drawback, but I kind of like this setup. Saunders injured with the ACL. Is that what it is? If the USA makes it to the last game, if the USA makes it to the World Cup final, no. I haven't called soccer in 6+ years. I used to know the language. I can't even think of any of the words now. I used to know the parts of the field, and when there's a kick in, I don't remember any of the language that I learned 7 years ago. I knew I did some homework on how to call the sport, and all that knowledge is absolutely gone. I would not want to have to learn it all over again just for one game. We have 2 second rounders. Hello there, 42 and 44. Chris, so here's what I'll say about soccer. I don't agree that it sucks. I do agree that there's not a lot that happens a lot of the time, similar to hockey, where you'll see games end 1-0 or 0-0 even. That won't happen in the World Cup. But for instance, they're low scoring. What I do like and appreciate about soccer more than anything is it started on time. When those games were scheduled for like 3 p.m., they were kicking that ball around at 3:01. Halftime is 15 minutes. Those streams are usually about 2 hours and 5 minutes. Call it a day. So I really appreciated that there's no nonsense. There wasn't a zillion timeouts, a zillion commercial breaks. The game started on time and pretty much ended on time. Stephon Castle, thank you for being here. Wemby is admired that OKC building a team. And aren't we building a team to kind of deal with what we did with the Knicks by getting these bigger guys? By the way, the Nets pick is in already. So this is going pretty quick tonight, which I appreciate. Lakers went 56 for cash considerations from the Bulls' second round. The Lakers sold their 56? Or they got the 56? Yeah, soccer 1, Arco 3. That's one thing I'll always be thankful for calling soccer when I did call it, is it was short and sweet. And I did enjoy it. What messed up my soccer calling is, one, I called it up until the pandemic, and then of course that shut down all sports. My favorite player, Kristen Press at the time, was really developing into a star for the women's national team, and then that shutting everything down just killed her momentum. Then she got injured, and then I just kind of lost track of it and eventually just stopped following it. It also was tough to call because comments on the videos would always turn political, and I wanted to stay away from that, and dabbled in that too a little bit when I was covering the team. That's my fault too. So I just like, you know what? Let me focus on the Spurs. Really back in 2021. Oh my gosh, we are going quick today. I like this. We're going quick. The pick is in for the Brooklyn Nets.
With the third
Mark Tatum.
pick in the 2026
Isaiah
NBA
Evans.
draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Isaiah Evans from Duke University.
I was going to say, there's no way he's going to keep dropping. No way. Yeah, Joshua, she garnered a lot of comments on videos, so that also... All right, Isaiah Evans is finally off the board and going to Brooklyn. So congratulations. I'm sorry? I don't know. Who is it telling Wemby that's 7'4"? All right, one thing I tell people not to do is do not spam. You've spammed that 3 times. TSR, to be honest, I don't care whatever backup bigs we actually get as long as Zach Collins is never on our team again. Is that the Wolves pick? I don't know. The problem is they're showing who owns the pick, not who actually... or who originally owned the pick, not who's getting it. So I'm just going by, if that's the Wolves pick, then that's not a bad one. Ademar went to OKC. It is going to Minnesota. Thank you, Super Lightning. Yeah, ESPN doesn't have who the pick was traded to. So our 35th pick is coming up, but it's not ours. We traded that to the Denver Nuggets. So you're going to see the Spurs pick coming up. That's not going to be our pick, though, just as a heads up. Actually, the next pick is the Spurs' prior pick, just for the record. We go international. We'll see. Brooklyn is getting... I know, Brooklyn drafted a lot of guards last year. Oh, my goodness. Did you draft 4 guards? Did you draft 5 guards? NBA.com has that info. All right. I don't know why they don't just put the team that owns the pick then. And the pick is in already for Sacramento. Man, they are flying tonight. I like it. Henry Rozier was spat out by my AI for a top stretch big. All right, did you show? Guy first at 42. I need to see who's available, Texan Storm. Bob Miller's a player that a lot of you have said you wouldn't mind having. Oh, there's a reported trade, by the way. Bears are not leaving Chicago. No way. One thing I feel very confident saying with at least 2 of my teams, I don't think the Spurs are ever leaving San Antonio. The Yankees are never leaving New York, and the Giants are never leaving New York either. Merchandising. Spaceballs the cereal, right? Jalen Bronson wants out of Boston? A couple of you are saying that, really. I know they were going after Giannis, weren't they? There we go. Here's another one. All right, it's going quick tonight, at least. Next pick. Mark Tatum getting a workout tonight.
The 34th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Malik Thomas from the University of Arkansas.
All right, so this is the Cleveland Cavaliers pick then? Malik Thomas, congratulations. Congratulations to every player that's been drafted. Let's get him off the board. And actually, I can move my board up just a little bit. All right, so who's going to be available for our Spurs at 42? Will we take a player? We're going to have 2-way contracts available, are we not? We got Emmanuel Miller on a 2-way contract. I still don't know who that is. I actually don't know that. I could not pick him out of a lineup. If he put him up, I'd be like, I don't know. All right, so this is not the Spurs pick. This is going to the Denver Nuggets, just as a heads up. Baba Miller and Felix Akopra were the 2 other stretch bit. Okay, so Baba Miller would be... Baba Miller at 208 pounds. Guys, is it Baba Miller? Didn't Slaughter Prevail have a song called that? Baba Miller?
You're Baba Miller!
Right? Baba Miller? I think so. Brown's contract is huge, Mark. He has got a monstrous contract. Let's actually pull it up. Jaylen Brown, let's look up your contract. I believe he's going to cross the $60 million mark, isn't he? It's got to be. Jaylen Brown will be 30 this season. His contract situation is, when I get down there in Basketball Reference, I got to scroll down quite far to get to his contract. The next 3 years, Jaylen Brown is making $57 million, $61 million, $65 million in the last year of his contract at the age of 32. $65 million? Good grief. That's a lot. Obviously, it's a lot. Bob Miller is 6'11", barefoot, by the way, and very good defensively. I wouldn't be opposed to Bob Miller. I mean, Bob Miller's another 20% free throw guy. Wait, 20? He does not shoot 20% from the free throw line. Come on now, Logan. I really don't know until this is not the Spurs pick. Just for the record, if anybody's not sure, we traded this pick yesterday to the Denver Nuggets to get Terrence Reed Jr. at 26. This is the Denver Nuggets pick. I would not touch that contract either, eyes in the dark. I take Ugana over Baba. Texas Storm, I'm not opposed to drafting a guard in the second round. Absolutely not. Denver not. So I think they're announcing now, ESPN's changed it up, even though this has the original team owner. I think they're announcing who owns the pick now, or Mark Tatum, instead of announcing like the Spurs pick. He might say the Denver Nuggets pick. I hope he does. That would make it much more clear. Celtics choosing Tatum over Brown. He's not. No, he might want out of there. Or apparently does want out of there. So why is ESPN putting up reported trade? The Spurs did trade the 35th pick to the Denver Nuggets. Why are you being doofuses? Right. Can you imagine how much Wemby will be getting eventually? Probably north of $60 million. Actually, with his age, maybe he'll hit $70 million one year. That's crazy. My A ran 3 small ball 4, and here's a list. Toby Awaka, Dylan Mitchell, Tyler Bilodeau. Tyler shoots 46% from 3. Wow. Where's he at right now on the draft board? 17th? Toby! Everybody loves a Toby, right? We need wings, servo. We need a shooter. I don't know. Out of these guys that are left, is Tyler Bilodeau the best shooter? Do we draft him? Is Lindy Waters coming back? Butterfly, here's Michael Porter Jr. to the Spurs. So Butterfly, what's that trade situation look like? Because I believe Porter's making north of $40 million, isn't he? Is it Devin Vassell? Is it De'Aaron Fox? It's got to be somebody with a decent sized contract. I'm going. I don't think he'll hit $100 million a year. No. Ugana 73%. Baba. Okay, so poor free throw. All right. The pick is in. We are just waiting on it. Porter Jr. for Fox. I think we'd have to add another player in. Probably a pick as well. I would not be opposed to that. MPJ, I think, has, 1 or 2 more years left on his contract when things are going to start getting expensive for us. Fills a need that we need right now. Would it be a bad look with Fox coming to San Antonio and then leaving after a year and a half? Mark Tatum. Who's going to the Nuggets?
We have a trade to announce.
No kidding.
As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Brooklyn Nets are trading to the Minnesota Timberwolves the draft rights to Isaiah Evans, the 33rd pick.
We already knew that.
With the 35th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Trevin Brazil from the University.
Okay, so they are saying the team that now owns the pick. I do like that. That is better. Trevon Brazil, he is number 11 on my draft board. So we'll cross him off. We might have one of the guys you guys have wanted still available at pick 42. He's gone. Okay. Guys who's remaining, one of these guys might be available at 42. For the Clippers, best available, Henry Vassell, best fit, Bob Miller, 6'11", 225. Yeah, he's a light guy. Yeah, he's gone, sat down. Luigi Sugio is 7'4" and shoots threes a lot. 7'4" shoots three. Luigi Sugio. Hot check Torres says. Where is he at? Luigi Sugio. Is he on the board? Well, he's not in the top 60 picks. I don't see his name. Oh, wow, Tyler Bilodeau's way down there. I think I heard his name earlier. I don't see that guy on here. All right, we're in a commercial break. Clippers are on the clock. I don't know if this is actually the Clippers pick or somebody else. I'm guessing it's not actually Pickers clip. Denver worked us? Jalen, how do you think Denver worked us? I'm happy with the Terrace Reed pick. Terrace Reed Jr. pick. We traded our 35th pick and then probably 2 second-rounders that we got stockpiled from who knows what. Oh, wait, with Luigi, we withdrew from the draft. Well, that's why I can't find him. Kokoshibo, I am right there with you. I don't know a lot of these second-round guys. So, I'm just winging it. But I figured I'd be live tonight for a little while, and it is going quick now, which is nice. It's going infinitely quicker than last night. My goodness, last night we'd still be on what? Probably the second pick overall? Would I like to move up? Yes. Bart, yes, she did. I'm pretty sure she loved our second pick. If Bob Miller, I don't know enough about Bob Miller. If you guys think he could be good for us, then I would use the 2 second-round picks to move up and grab him. If there's somebody else that would better fit the team, let me know. I don't know a lot of these second-rounders. Roman, so to be determined on JQ, and actually a couple of you are asking about Jaden Quintance. He does have incredible upside. He's a defensive monster. There's a giant question mark on his ability to stay healthy. He's north of 250 pounds. He just previously had ACL surgery, had some damage around his meniscus. He had some swelling in his knee that shut him down again when he was with Kentucky, so he's going to have a little cleanup follow-up that's going to keep him out for 6 months. I fully expect Jaden to be redshirted this season and not play at all for the Spurs and just kind of have a rehab year, which isn't the worst thing. He's still young. He's going to be 19 in the summer, so he'll still be a young rookie the following season, which is why I think the Spurs also drafted Terrace Reed Jr., so they still have a big coming in that they can play this year. I don't think Terrace Reed Jr. will play a lot of minutes. I think he's going to be more in the 6 to 8 minutes a game like Carter Bryant, but still, if he's getting some time and contributing, worth it. Luigi is Wemby 2.0. Brazil could be a very good second-round pick. Is he... That's the guy who just picked, wasn't he? I'm getting confused. Baba Miller is like Perry Jones III, a playmaking big, doesn't know how to play inside yet since he was a 6'2 guard a couple of years ago. You guys did say that he was a 6'2 guard, which could be a good thing. Mike says if he becomes 75% of the current version of Time Lord for 15 to 20 minutes in the game, I'd be yeah, same. He did not play with Stephon Castle, though. Some of you were mentioning last night that you thought Stephon Castle and Terrace Reed Jr. were teammates. They were not. Terrace Reed Jr. came in the year after Castle won a championship with UConn and then, of course, declared for the draft and is now a San Antonio Spur. Tyler's big and long, 7-foot reach, and he's sitting there. We do need shooting. I don't disagree. I think the next pick is coming up. Mark, where you at? Mark putting a lot of steps on his, getting a lot of steps today. Oh, no, we're not going to the pick. I thought we were. We're going to have ESPN talk for a little bit. Felix, I would use the last 2 picks to trade up if we can. Yes. And Joshua, I agree. Sometimes guys slide for a reason. Yes. Who's the dude that... Was it Cam Reddish? Or, no, not Cam Reddish. Who's the dude that dropped for the Rockets? Cam Whitmore. Dropped from a top 5 pick to number 20. Jaden Quintance. I did a little research this morning. He was projected to be a top 7 pick and fell to 20 because of his knee injury. Mark Tatum, let's hear it. Next pick. Is it Henry? Is it Baba? Is it Ryan? Is it Jack? Is it one of these top 4 players?
With the 36th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the LA Clippers select Baba Miller.
Well, never mind. Anybody that wanted Baba Miller, he Baba gone. Baba Miller to the Clippers. Never mind. If anybody wanted him, forget it. He gone. Well, shoot. I would have been fine with him at 42. All right, well. Clippers got him. Roman Kaisoto's not in the draft. So he can't be drafted. All right. We're getting closer to our pick. We are picking 12th and 14th because the way they're doing the draft board, I'm just going to go by the numbers they're using. We're picking 12th and 14th, so our picks are coming up. Then I might stay live for a couple picks after that. But, I mean, let's be honest. 95% of you are here. Maybe more than 95% are here for the Spurs or your Spurs fans. And after our 2 picks are gone, whether we trade them or sell them or use them both, whatever happens, I don't think there'll be much interest after that. And I'm going to be right there with you. Ryan Conwell, 18.8 points. He is available on the board. Don't know a lot about him. Baba be gone. Go Spurs Go 9099. Good evening to you. Ruder Mustang says gag. Okay. $42 and $44 are remaining. Lawrence, I think that was a good pick for the Clippers. I agree. All right, that's updated now. There we go. Henry Vassell is the best. Oh, wait, the Thunder are up? Oh. The Thunder? Dang it. Is Bob Miller related to Master P? I don't. Maybe? Thank you, Perry. I'm not feeling great tonight, but I figured I'd sit here and, at least call probably this for probably going to be like a 90-minute stream. We have 42 and we have 12 and 14. 12 and 14, aka 42 and 44. I think Presti's going to take Henry as well. Best player available. I would be shocked if the Thunder do not take Henry. Is it VCR? VCR? There you go. Guys, who do we want that's remaining on here? A lot of the names you guys are talking about and the pre-draft coverage or the mocks, a lot of these guys are gone. Oh, Thunder definitely. I'm ready to cross them off. Ryan Conwell is highly skilled and productive scoring guard, renowned for his elite three-point. So, Butterfly, you've said Ryan Conwell a couple times. Could we get Ryan Conwell? You'd have to go by a few teams. Elite three-point shooting is something that we could use. Tyler Durden. We could definitely use three-point shooting. It's like 15 picks lower than... Wait, was Vassell supposed to go in the first round? Let me look actually at Tankathon's draft board real quick. The original draft board. Because this is best players available that I have on ESPN. If I look at the big board, Vassell was supposed to go... Actually, Tankathon had him at 32. Take that for what you will. So he's actually not too far off from where he's supposed to be going. I don't know. I could see he is 7 foot 225. Are they gonna take another big? Yeah, Maxwell, I didn't catch that until you just said that. It's like, yeah, overall rank 28th. Ryan Conwell's overall rank. Thank you. I just noticed it too when you said that. I'm like, it's right there. Why am I looking at another site? 7 foot 225 out of UNC. His overall rank is 28th. Yeah, I think this would be a good. Well, do the Thunder want another big? Chet Holmgren, Ade Mara, Isaiah Hartenstein, I assume is going to re-sign with them. Are they going to take another 7-footer? Who shoots 40% and catch and shoot threes? It's not this dude, is it? Drew Show, we're at pick 12. Oh. 12 and 14. 42 and 44.
With the 37th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Ryan Conwell from the University of Louisville.
Some of you wanted Ryan Conwell. Butterfly, you were mentioning Ryan Conwell numerous times. Ryan Conwell is gone and going to the Thunder. Thunder. They grabbed 2 good three-point shooters in this draft, did they not? Plus Ade Mara? Great. There goes your guy. All right, there's the best players available. Spurs are still a few picks away. Oh, Drew, so I thought you said we were the 8th pick. All right. Congratulations to the Thunder for getting Ryan Conwell, I guess. The Chicago Bulls are on the clock. Best available still, Henry Vassell, the 28th overall pick, or overall rank. Jack Cale, they say, is the best fit. Okay? Yeah, if he's 7 foot and can shoot 40%, I would not be mind picking him. Capybara Sloth, I don't think he falls to us either. Youngster showing Bryant the Brian Light love is usual. I 100% agree that Tyrese Reed Jr. is going to be useless, by the way. Bulls get Vassell teammates with okay. OKC traded. Oh, Oklahoma City Thunder is trading number 37, Ryan Conwell, to the Miami Heat for number 41 in cash. There you go, guys. There's a trade from Shams. OKC's trading the 37th pick they just made to the Miami Heat. I mean, Miami needs to fill out their roster. They just gave away so many guys for Giannis. Logan, Otiga Owa? Are you talking about, I don't know, I think you're talking about this dude down here. Are you talking about Ugana Anyenso? Or is there an Otiga Owa that I don't know? I don't see an Otiga Owa. Oh, there he is. Oh, way down there. He's the 60th ranked person. I don't think we're grabbing him. All right, so that is a real person. My bad. I gotta think Henry's going sooner than later. Let's get Shams out of there now. The Bulls pick is in, but we're in a commercial break. Oh, it is right before us. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think of that. They're picking 41st now. They're going to totally take somebody that we want. They are going to rub it in our face. I didn't need to know that. You guys are right. That still sucks, though. OKC is now drafting right before us. We are getting closer, Texas Swarm. I will answer that when we are actually on the draft board and I know who's available. Out of all these players, if Henry Vassell drops to 42, I think that would be the way to go. I don't think he will. I did research on, when I was doing mock drafts, I did do some research on Ugana Anyenso, also defensive player. I don't know. I do think we're going to use 1 second-round pick. I don't think we're using both. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, I'll support the team. I might not be happy if we sell both picks, but if there's nobody that they think that they can develop or give a two-way contract, then do what you got to do. Actually, you know what would be very Brian Wright-like? Well, here are the announcers. The San Antonio Spurs trade their 42nd overall pick for a future second rounder in 2037. Great. Perfect. Just what we need. Second rounder in 2037. Yeah, Arco 3, Ryan Conwell going to Miami. Yeah, I don't know why Youngster followed the Spurs, because he seems to hate the team. I don't think I've ever seen him say one good thing, and he's about this close away to going back to the nether realm. No, Ophim, he's not going to get timed out. He's going to get permanently banned. If people keep, being negative, I don't want to see it. You guys obviously don't want to see it. If you don't like the picks, fine, but also, aren't you a fan of the team? Devin Vassell surprised me, so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I haven't been the biggest Devin Vassell fan. I do like him. I don't like his contract, and you're going to find if I say that I don't like something about a player, it's either their performance or their contract, which I think is fair. Vassell's contract is always the thing that kind of irked me. But, man, he played well in the playoffs. Good for him.
We have another trade to announce. As part of a deal to be finalized later, the New York Knicks are trading to the Houston Rockets the draft rights to Bruce Thornton, the 31st pick.
Whatever.
With the 38th pick in the 2026
Doubles.
NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Braden Smith from Purdue University.
Braden Smith. Okay, there you go. 6 foot 170. Wow. I mean, I'm 100% sure he's a much better basketball player than me, but I'm a lot bigger than that dude. I'm 6'4", 210. That's a tiny point guard. That is a tiny point guard. This is a tasty burger. Braden Smith out of Purdue going to doubles. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed, with this being the second round, and I didn't even plan this. This is just coincidence. I just noticed what I'm wearing. I'm wearing an Emmanuel Ginobili shirt. The greatest Spurs second round pick of all time. I honestly did not plan this. I was like, oh, I got a Spurs shirt I'll wear, and not even thinking it's the second round, and this is Emmanuel Ginobili. So maybe the Spurs will get a diamond in the rough in the second round tonight. I don't know why Henry's falling, but he can fall to 42. The fans that always nickname BW's name Brian Wrong are a bunch of cornballs. Spoiled. So, Nizam, where that's Chicago's trading Brandon Smith to the Indiana Pacers for Cam Jones future swaps. I don't think the Brian Wrong thing's, it's not unjustified. And it also depends how long you're a Spurs fan. If you've been a Spurs fan for 3 years or less, you're not going to get why he's Brian Wrong. If you've been a Spurs fan for over 5 years, the back-to-back drafts were disaster, known as Joshua Primo, Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, and Blake Wesley. Those are 4 first-round picks, including 2 lottery picks, that are all no longer with the team. So maybe it's corny, but he was wrong with every single one of those picks. And he just happens to have the name right, so it's easy to switch it to Brian Wrong. Now, he's been better, obviously, the last few years. I think the De'Aaron Fox trade we got him for a lot less than we thought we would. I like his draft this year. I do think he's been a heck of a lot more right than wrong. I gave him an A-. For those that haven't watched my report card, I gave the overall draft an A-. So I get where you're coming from, but he earned that nickname, especially with the Joshua Primo pick. The Joshua Primo pick made 0 sense. Jeremy Sohan was mocked to the Spurs. I get why he did that. It didn't work out, unfortunately. I like Jeremy, but Joshua Primo was an absolute reach. He was projected to go around 25, and using a lottery pick on him, even when you take the off-the-court stuff away, he never showed us really anything on the court. One of the worst picks in San Antonio Spurs history, Joshua Primo, and Brian Wright owns that. I don't remember what we got for DeMar. We made so many trains. Venom, it's a live reaction. If I don't talk, then it's not a reaction. You know, some people just come in here clueless. You're talking a lot, and you're doing I'm doing a live play-by-play. Dude, what are you doing? You're talking a lot. Come on, man. Rich, be honest. Which Spurs player do you think should be traded next season? Love Kazi. Or just Kazi. Yeah, I'm sorry using which player should be traded? So which player would I remove from the Spurs roster? It should be De'Aaron Fox, because Dylan Harper's ready to start now. And I don't think starting Fox, Harper, and Castle is going to be... I don't think that's going to work, but prove me wrong, sure. But because his trade value is low right now, it should not be De'Aaron Fox. It's hard for me to answer that because I want every one of our guys to succeed. There's guys that are just going to be off the team next year just because their contract's expiring. Mason Plumlee's gone. Kelly Olynyk is gone. I don't know if Harrison Barnes is going to come back. He struggled big time after the NBA Cup and barely played in the NBA Finals. He was a DNP the last few games. The last few games, Harrison Barnes was a DNP. Might not be back. Who knows with Lindy Waters, Jordan McLaughlin. I don't know. I mean, Fox makes the most sense with the current roster construction, but I don't see that happening in any way, shape, or form.
With the 39th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Jack Kyle from Berlin and Germany's Albuquerque.
Wow. Henry Vassell is still available. Yeah. That dude is falling. Big time. I kind of feel bad for him. I feel bad for these guys that... Yeah, Ophium, I should have just ignored him. Just people like that, I should just immediately hide them on the channel and not you're right. Back to the plan. If somebody's clearly going to be a problem, because somebody's here for the first time and they're already coming at me, that means they may come at one of you guys, and I can't have that. So I'll just, back to the norm, hide the user. We've actually probably got like 100 hidden people on this channel, which is a channel record. I usually unhide people, but my goodness, the people that just keep copying and pasting the same comments over and over. I saw somebody doing it today. They posted a comment on the video I did today, and then they copied and pasted it and responded it to almost every single one of your comments. And I was like, dude, now you're spamming. Just, you got to go. Trade up. We got trade in front of the Thunder, right? Trade up in front of the Thunder. Let's do it. Let's take a guy we think that they'd want. I love for Henry Vassell. I'm shocked he's still on the board. The Celtics are on the clock. Do they need any bigs? They drafted Chris Sinak Jr. in the first round, did they not? I could see the Celtics drafting Henry. They thrive. They live and die by the three. Do they not? Erwin's Bryant. What's up, Monique? Brian Wright did not draft Luka Samanic. That was the last year of RC. The first official pick for Brian Wright, I believe, was Devin Vassell. Hot check. Yeah, I would pick Henry Vassell if he's available. He's slow. Well, so am I. I don't even know how to reply to a comment. You do an at, like if you wanted to 77 Blue Star, we're going to, so you mean in the chat or a comment on a video? Because you just hit the little reply thing. Yeah, Naz, enough was enough. RC went out on a bad note. No, Joshua, I disagree. Semi. The Luka Samanic pick was not good at 19. The Keldon Johnson pick at 29, whether you love or hate Keldon or somewhere in between, that was a good pick. A 29th overall pick that's been with the team since 7 years with the team, former reigning sixth man of the year. I know he was not good in the playoffs, but for a 29th overall pick, I think the Spurs did well with Keldon Johnson. That's my Johnson. Henry Vassell, he's gotta make it to pick 12. It's pick number 10. And the Thunder pick next. And I can't see the Thunder not picking him just to spite us and then trading him to somebody else for some assets. Thunder. Oh, here we go. The Celtics pick is in. I'm saying it's Vassell.
NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Dylan Mitchell from St. John's University.
Or not. All right. Namza, I don't think we're going to start Fox, Harper, and Castle. I think it's more likely that Harper becomes the sixth man and Keldon becomes the seventh man. So Dylan Mitchell, 40th overall rank, 18 at his position, 6'8", 210 out of St. John's. I can't believe Henry's still on my board. He was projected to be a first rounder. He's now dropping to mid-second round, which is crazy. So this pick is owned by the Thunder, right? This is the Thunder's pick, right? I might have to shrink my best players available down because I got Vassell still way up there at number 2. He's number 2. Yeah, I'm going to make this a little smaller. Gosh, I still can't see him. Wow. Still can't see the all right, apparently that's not worth doing. All right, we'll just get back to this, back to the way it was. Who are the Thunder going to pick? No, a team cannot pick nobody. I got to think Henry's got to be going next. Harper probably will be an All-NBA type guy. Chris Renegade. So yesterday the Spurs, a quick recap of the Spurs draft. They drafted Jaden Quintance at pick number 20. They traded pick number 35 and 2 future second rounders for Terrence Reed Jr. from the Denver Nuggets at pick number 26. We pick 12th and 14th in the second round here. The Thunder are actually on the clock. They traded with the Miami Heat, so the Thunder are one spot ahead of us. And I got to think Henry Vassell, just to spite us, is going to get picked. Tannerhead, so they're taking players and then trading them. The Thunder picked Tony Brothers. Harper is 100% untouchable, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's the rest of the guys that are available. At some point, I'm keeping it up because Henry Vassell is somehow still on the board. Pick is in for the Thunder, by the way. Oh boy, it's gonna be Henry, isn't it? Just to spite the Spurs. Watch, because I can see the Spurs taking him at 42. Another big 7-footer, 3-point shooter.
With the 41st pick in the 2026
Not Henry.
NBA
Not Henry.
draft, the Miami Heat select Otega Oweh from the
Oh!
University of Kentucky.
Otega Oweh. He's way down the draft board, isn't he? He's down at pick. Wow, they had him picked, ranked as the 60th overall. He's right there. The 60th overall player. Wow. All right, do you guys want Henry to the Spurs? Because he is available. All right, 7 foot 225. You guys said he's a 3-point shooter. He's the overall 28th ranked player. We can get him at 42. I say do it. Grab another big, and he's a 3-point shooter. I'm on board with this. Am I alone? Am I alone on this island? Is it Henry? Spurs fans, where you at? I guess so. You can get a pop thumbs up. Yes. I see a lot of people saying get Henry. Some people said Sharp. They can get both Sharp. They possibly could get both Sharp and Henry because we do pick at 14th as well, a.k.a. 42-44. Larry Gardner, good evening. Please, a 6'5 guard. Stop it, Arno. Come on. Henry Vassell is available. The 28th overall ranked prospect, according to ESPN, we can get at 42. Why not? Size, size, size. He doesn't have a lot of girth, but he has size. I'm wearing the Manuel Ginobili shirt for a reason. Let's take Henry. He's currently the best ranked player available. They say the best fit would be Emmanuel Sharp at 6'3", 205 pound. I gotta think that's a guard at 6'3", 205. Carl, I agree. Best player available. Best player available. Damn it, Brian Wright. Just kidding, Brian. The Detroit Pistons are trading center forward Isaiah Stewart to the Memphis Grizzlies for 3 future second rounders. Isaiah Stewart for 3 second rounders? All right, there you go, guys. Isaiah Stewart is traded to the Grizzlies for 3 future second round picks. So we just had a trade happen. Some of you wanted Isaiah Stewart, I believe. He gone. ESPN is, I don't know why they think we need a small guard. You got me. Well, I'm actually a little pumped up here. I'm all in on Henry for pick 42. He should not be available at pick 42, but he is. Oh, Brandon Clark, yeah. Sharp and shoot. You know what? I'll be happy with either pick, but I think I'm going to go with the best overall player here. A lot of people wanted Stu on the Spurs. A lot of people are saying, TSR, what about Stu? For 3 second rounders, not bad. Maybe we can get both guys. Or Texas Swarm now jinxing us saying, watch us get neither. I mean, there's a chance we could get both players. Pick 42, you take Henry. Pick 44, you take Emmanuel. Or pick 12 and 14, as it's called here. All right, I don't know about you guys. I'm actually excited. I don't usually get excited for second round picks, but this is a legit first rounder available in the second round. We're still in a commercial, though. Sharp might be available at 44 as well. Exactly, Chaos Rider. Couch Contingent's all ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm okay with either two, Carl. I'm going best player available at this point because I don't know a ton about Emmanuel Sharp, to be honest with you. Get them both if you can.
It was so much fun to watch them in the NBA Finals.
Oh, never mind. I thought Mark Tatum was coming out. Got faked out. It's the ESPN broadcast crew. Dang it. Vassell is a highly skilled 6'11 floor spacing big man, while Harper is a gritty 6'3" 3-and-D guard. 6'11", we've talked about we need floor spacing. Another big that floor spaces would be perfect for us. Right? We need shooting. If this dude can shoot, and he's bring size, something the Spurs have lacked. Size severely hurt us in the NBA Finals. Yeah, I'm all in. Let's go, Henry. Do it. Do it. Grogu's using the Force. See if he can get Bryant right to make that pick. Use the Force, Grogu. There's the Force. Slothy, boop for good luck on this one. Boop. Thanks, Slothy. Here we go. Henry, come on. Henry, I want to hear it, Mark Tatum. I want to hear it.
With the 42nd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jacoby Gillespie from
Who?
the University of Tennessee.
What? Who? 5'11"? What? Who the hell is this guy? Wow, that's not. We better be trading this. This better be for another team, and we're trading this pick. I'm hearing he's a good defender. Great. Is he a good three-point shooter? The dude is 5'11". Jacoby Gillespie is widely considered a very good basketball player, known for his elite shot-making, high IQ floor generalship, and tough perimeter defense. So we're drafting a backup point guard, I'm guessing. He's kind of small, though. 5'11"? He averaged 18 and 5. I think he might be traded, too. Or taking Jordan McLaughlin's spot eventually. This one's kind of surprising. What about Bob? The $2 super chat. At least he's not 6'5". I wish he was 6'5". Yeah, Jordan McLaughlin's future replacement. Sharp and one of these guys, Henry Vassell or Emmanuel Sharp, are going to be available at 44. Lawrence, I've never heard of him. Never heard of him. We don't know him. But yeah, Jordan McLaughlin replacement makes sense. 5'11", though. He's 5'11 and 3/4. Now, Caleb, 6'1" is with shoes. The ESPN put up his actual height is 5'11 and 3/4. I don't love that pick, and I'll be doing a report card on this tomorrow. Just to be candid, I can't say I love that pick. Larry Gardner with the $2 super chat says, Trey Jones Jr., see y'all in Vegas, Spurs fan. Go Spurs, go. Thank you, Larry. Maybe he'll grow. He hit 39% on his catch and shoot threes. Okay. No, but I mean, Caleb, I always go by the people's actual height. Like, I'm 6'4". I'm not going to tell people I'm 6'5". It's not 6'5" on my license because I am 6'4". I don't like the height with shoes because, I mean, what if they're wearing something crazy like 2-inch soles? So, like, what if I wore 2-inch soles? Can I say I'm 6'6"? I'm not. Trey Jones 2.0, all right, I guess. Sure. Who do I want at 44? I still like Henry Vassell at 44. If he falls to 44, can we take him then? I can't believe the air just sank out of the building. I don't play the game with shoes. I play barefoot, man. Trey Jones did not suck. He's not a good three-point shooter. No goes to Bill Cooper. I do not have a 39-inch vertical. I have a 49-inch vertical. Crazy. Crazy ups. Mark Tatum's coming out again. This isn't a trade. Is my board not updating?
With the 43rd pick in the 2026 NBA
Is it Henry?
The Brooklyn Nets select Tyler Bilodeau.
No.
UCLA.
Wow, Henry Vassell continues to drop. Holy moly. Tyler Bilodeau, where was he? He was the 62nd overall ranked player. 62nd. Dang. All right, so players are really jumping around in the second round, which is the second round is where you take chances. All right, so it's got to be Henry Vassell or Emmanuel Sharp, right? It's got to be one of these two guys. Yeah, Maxwell, there's just a lot of reaches. Absolutely. Yeah, Henry Vassell is radioactive right now. Gillespie averaged 18.4, 5-4, 2-point rebounds in 35 minutes a game while starting all 37 games. Look at Butterfly dropping the stats on SGA's in the chat. What's going on, SGA? I have no idea what we're going to do at 44 now. I got to say, and if the Spurs do draft a guy at 44, that will be a shocker because I did not think they would use all 4 picks. Of course, there's question marks on whether we're going to keep the guy we just drafted at 42. Will we use the guy we drafted at 44? No idea. Okay, SJ, I gotcha. Vassell's planned end of... Yup. Vassell was the 28th overall ranked player according to ESPN. If you look on the bottom left of your screen, 28th, and he's still on the board. What happened with him that caused teams to stay away from him? Mark Richter, my thought exactly. What happened, or what is happening with the player to cause them to drop in a draft? Did something happen in social media, in the player's interview, something at the combine? What happened? And now, is there a 5'9" guard on the board? We better not pick a 5'9" guard next. They loading up for Summer League. Okay, fair enough. I presume the Spurs are going to convert David Jones-Garcia to a standard contract from a two-way contract. I don't know if Harrison Ingram's going to stay with the team. Emmanuel Miller's, I still don't even know who he is. So we could have 3 two-way contracts available next season. And if that's the case, then use these second rounders and maybe you find a diamond in the rough. I don't know. Soniscar, I'm not sure why Chris Sinak Jr. dropped as well. Yapiev says trade this pick. Phil wants a 4'11" guard. I don't think those exist. Maybe in the WNBA. Not in the NBA. All right, does Henry Vassell finally come off the board? Will the Spurs take Henry, or is he just going to... Can you imagine if Henry Vassell goes undrafted? I don't think that'll happen. But wow, that'd be crazy. Who's the Russian? What Russian are we talking about? The gentle capybara says, draft me, I'll be the 5'5" guard you all need. David Jones-Garcia is still with us. He missed the second half of last season due to ankle injury. He had surgery. He was shut down, I believe, in January. Yeah, don't forget about David Jones-Garcia. Let's not give up on him yet. The guard we just drafted is yet slightly under 6 foot. I don't know of any 5'9" guards in the draft. Vassell was on the thumbnail for Bleacher Report live broadcast. Wow. And Henry is having the worst 2 days of his life. That is fair. Area 51 is here. You know what? Just because. Kazi, I believe Summer League starts in like July 5th or 7th. Does anybody actually know when Summer League starts? I do not. I don't know the date. Mango, I'm with you as well. Take Henry already. Why not? At least make him feel, poor guy, at least, have a contender draft him so he can feel good about life. He's dropped already 14 spots. 44, wait, he's dropped 16 spots from his projected. That's the biggest drop. That is definitely the biggest drop of any first round, of any player, but was a first rounder. I'm all in at Henry. I'm thinking BPA at this point. 7-footer that can shoot. We can use that, right? Yes, no? The Spurs pick is in. Is Mark Tatum coming out? I don't know how much longer I'll stay alive after the Spurs pick. I'm guessing you guys probably won't be very interested in this draft anymore, nor will I. Which is fine. If it's an hour and a half stream, that's actually good for me. I mentioned in the video earlier today, my back is a little jacked up, so getting off a little earlier than last night's stream was 3.5 hours. That was way too long. Yeah, just stop the suffering for Henry, right? Poor dude's been waiting, waiting, and waiting. Stop the suffering. Get him drafted. By the way, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, by the way. We're only at 200 thumbs up. It'd be cool if we get to 300. 300's the goal. I like the movie 300. This is Spartan. You know, this is Sparta. Let's get to 300 if we can. I would appreciate it. SJ with a $5 super chat says, would Oscar be worth a pick if the Spurs were to pick him next year, or is he another Thanasis? I honestly don't know enough about him, SGA. We're getting to our pick, though. Here we go. Henry Vassell. Come on. Make it happen. Mark Tatum, I only want to hear 2 words out of your mouth.
To announce, as part of a deal to be finalized later, the Chicago Bulls are trading to the Indiana Pacers the draft rights to Braden Smith.
I thought we just traded the 44th pick. So I think we're drafting a guy.
With the 44th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Malik Brown from Duke University.
I don't know enough about him. 6'9", 225, this 56 overall pick. I don't know. Malik Brown? Anybody? Malik Brown? What do you guys got on Malik Brown? Out of Duke, 56 overall. 6'9", 225 forward. I don't really know. Melissa just dropped Malik Brown, 6'8", Duke, senior forward. He's a senior, so he's going to be 22 when the season starts. He'll turn 23. He he scored 5 points, 2 boards, 1.5 assists, 63% field percentage. At this point, guys, I'm going to stick around until Henry Vassell is drafted. NBA Summer League begins July 4th. Thank you, Stingray X Factor. I'm not familiar with him. I honestly don't know who he is. Now, Perry, I want to see what happens to Henry Vassell. I'm sticking around until Henry's drafted, damn it. I just found Malik Brown. I gotta say, I'm not in love with our second round. I'll have to do some research on the players that we drafted before making a final decision on that. I do think our first round was much better than our second round right now. Would I like us to trade up for Henry? We don't have any picks left. Why would we trade up when we could have already picked him? He was available at 12 and 14, AK 42, 44. What are we trading up? We could have just took him. Son of a gun. What's up, DJ Rose? I'm going to stick around until Henry Vassell is drafted, because this dude has dropped from 28 now to 45? 45. Seriously. This is crazy. Henry Vassell wants to go undrafted. He doesn't want a second-round contract. He wants more money. Eurostar, is that actually true?
Made another selection. So
Sacramento Kings. Watch the Kings pick Henry Vassell, because they got Maxine Reyno last year, and they got Alex Caravan in the first round. Both players I wanted.
As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Houston Rockets are trading to the New York Knicks the draft rights to Jack Kyle, the 39th pick.
Here we go. The Kings pick is in.
With the 45th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Emmanuel Sharp.
They took Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp is off the board. Eyes in the dark with the super chat. I think that's $5. I'm not sure. TD1 said, we pick players we never heard of. Well, we're doing it again. Sharp is off the board, so Henry Vassell is got to be. Maybe something happened and he said he doesn't want to be drafted. I don't know, which would be weird to enter the NBA draft and then tell people you don't want to be drafted. But right now, let's not just forget the ramifications of following the draft, or your contract's going to be smaller. The amount of money he's going to make has just been, I'm guessing, cut in half, if not more. The Orlando Magic are on the clock. Butterfly says Vassell to the Lakers. SXN, I would have liked Henry Vassell. I really don't know what's happened with him. Yeah, you're right. We do know Vassell is there. That's a good point. We all know. At this point, let's just get the rest of the board up. Good call, Area 51. Here's the rest of the draft board. Felix Akpara is the best player available for the, or a best fit, best available. Yeah, Henry's going to be there for a while, I'm guessing. Yeah, goes first go. I do think Jordan McLaughlin and Laney Waters might be on their way out. They might keep one. Waters didn't really shoot well for three from this year. I thought Jordan played fine at times. I could see Jordan staying and Waters being gone. Joshua, these second round picks are head scratchers. I need to do a little research on both players. I will do a report card on the second round tomorrow. Do you guys think I should put a short up of the 42nd overall pick? Because I did say, who the hell is that guy? I don't know. People seem to enjoy the short today, so maybe I should put a short up of our first second round pick, because I seriously never heard of him. Didn't know the second guy was either. Are we running out of roster spots? So we drafted Jaden Quinton, Malik Rose, jeez, Terrace Reed Jr., and I already forgot these other two guys' names. Don't forget, we're losing Plumlee, Olenek, Biombo might not be back, Barnes, McLaughlin, Waters. Oh.
The 2026 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Felix Opara from Lagos, Nigeria.
Henry is still available. Now I'm just curious how far he can drop. Like, that's why I'm still alive. How far can this dude actually drop? Because now it's must-see TV. When's the last time we saw a guy drop this far? It's been a while, right? Pick 17 plus 30. So this is pick 47. The series dropped 19 spots so far. Yeah, we probably should have drafted Malik Rose in this draft. I actually do feel bad for him as well. The Vasir challenge is still going, Arno. Indeed. We're sticking with it now. When he gets drafted, we'll call it a night. If he goes undrafted, crap. He can't go undrafted until into the 50s, can he? Keto, I suppose if he goes undrafted, we could probably try to sign him. The Drew Show at the $10 Super Chat says, AI says Malik Brown, high motor, switchable defender with good size, length, athletic twitch, limited shooting touch, prevents full criteria compliance despite strong D switchability for what it's worth. Malik Brown voted ACC Defensive Player of the Year, ACC Six Man of the Year, and ACC All. Okay. All right. I mean, Chris, any second rounder that we got was going to be a project. Yeah, Henry. I'm seriously, what's up with Henry Vasir for him to not be drafted already? And yes, if he goes undrafted, he can sign with anybody. Henry Vasir missed out on $5 million plus in potential NAL and mid UNC Stars NBA draft slide. CBC. Wow. Okay. I don't know what to say. Yeah, he's not in the green room. He's in the dark room. Yeah. This is probably the biggest slide I've called on this channel. The biggest slide I've seen since this channel's inception is still Shedeur Sanders, who went from an overall top 5 pick in the NFL and fell to the 5th round. Different sport. As far as the NBA, I want to say Cam Whitmore was the biggest drop. And financially, that probably is the biggest drop because he was projected to be, I believe, top 5 and was drafted, correct me if I'm wrong, 20th by the Rockets a few years back. But as far as just overall slide, we've gone from 20 to 47. That's a 19 projection. Going from projections, he's dropped 19 spots right out of the first round into going into the mid-late second round. Robert, we did draft a smaller player, 5'11 3/4. Daniel, catch you next season. Oh, I might be live for free agency next Tuesday. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. 6 p.m. Go live for a couple hours, see if the Spurs make a move. Maybe it's an Austin Reeves situation. Prefers to go undrafted to get out of the second round rookie contract. So, Mike, he would have to put some bad juju out there somewhere. Malik Brown is still what? Grandma, I'm not sure if that came over correct. Is Malik Brown, do you mean Malik Brown is a stud? Watch his highlights after what we... All right. We'll see. I'm going to research both players before I make the grade because I don't know enough about either. But I might put up a short of the who the heck is that guy thing. Because I really did not know who he was. I should have held Jonathan. Jonathan, good luck. Avery Johnson was 5'10", but Avery Johnson also played 30 years ago, 25 to 30 years ago, where the average NBA player, I got to think, was a little shorter at that time, too. I mean, you had in the league at the time Muggsy Bogues at 5'3". You had a lot of point guards that were probably 6-footish at that time, or maybe under, because the NBA was different. Now today you got point guards that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'9", 6'10". Some Spurs fans raging over the second round picks. Raging? I don't think anybody's raging in the chat. I'm definitely not raging. I just don't know who either guy is. Well, I'm sure Twitter and Instagram and all the social medias are probably toxic right now. Malik Brown is J. Will from OKC. Okay. Justice, we drafted guys that can't shoot three, so we'll stop shooting. Did we draft neither guy's a three-point shooter, or was one guy? Spud Webb was 5'7" and had like a 42-inch vert. He could catch some air. Luka D, we've been talking about that. We're actually sticking around tonight since the Spurs picks are all done. I'm staying live until Henry is drafted because he's still the best player available. He's not on the draft board over here because it's a bunch of empty spots and then Henry. So we just moved him off the board. But he is the best player available. The 28th overall ranked player has not been drafted yet. It's getting crazy. Now, shooters is definitely something we need, Roman. I did say that in today's video. We got the size. We need shooting now. I don't know if we got any shooting with this draft, did we? Brown can shoot. Okay. And Leon, I approve. Pick is in for the Knicks.
With the 47th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Tyler Nickel from Vanderbilt University.
Wow. The Henry Vassell challenge continues. Tyler Nickelback. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to draft me ranked 28th. I don't know. I got nothing. All right. Don't know anything about this dude, but he's a Knick now. Whatever. Butterfly drop. Vassell's lack of physicality, thin 227-pound frame, and questioned about his foot speed and rim protection against NBA-level competition. Henry's agent doesn't want him on a two-way going. Really? Is that the word out there? Is Henry Vassell's agent putting out there that he will not sign a contract if he's drafted? Because that will stop you from getting drafted. Oh, they're spamming. Oh, really? I'm not going to lay the bright side. Henry's giving this stream a chance at 300 likes. Ophium, are we getting close to 300 likes? I'm going to touch base on that back in a second. Are we getting close to 300? The goal was 300 likes. We are at 283. Can I get 20 Spurs fans or non-Spurs fans if you're in here? Can we get 20 thumbs up to get Henry Vassell drafted? That's the goal. Let's get Henry drafted. Let's get some thumbs up. Thumbs up to get Henry drafted. I'm rooting for him. I'm literally rooting for a player that's not going to be on my team. All good, Brett. Appreciate you. Glazing Bacon, I forgot the names of the guys we drafted. I'm going to do a video on tomorrow. They're Jacoby something, and then Malik Brown were the two players, not guys I had done any research on. By the way, the Mavericks pick is in. Are they going to take Henry Vassell? Who the hell's going to take him? Stingray X Factor, would you like Henry? We do need offense on the bench. But as far as Brian Wright, I'm not going to beat him up. I loved his first round. I gave him an A-. I'm going to research these two players. I don't love the picks because I don't know them, but I'll research the players and give an honest evaluation tomorrow, like I always do. I hope Brian Wright proves us wrong that don't know these guys. But all right, let's get this pick. All right, come on. Who the Mavs taking? Jacoby Gillespie is the guy we took at 42. And at 44, was it Malik Brown? Malik Brown. So Jacoby, we got 319 likes. Thank you, guys. Jacoby Gillespie and Malik Brown at 42 and 44.
With the 48th
Gotta be Henry.
NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Toibu Lawal from
Who?
England.
Toibu Bilal. Toibu, isn't it Toby? Sources Orlando trade number fixed. Felix, wow. All right, Toby's off the board. Second round has been, it's been something. It's been full of surprises. I have a $5 super chat for Mr. Vanzanti. Says Jacoby, first team All SEC, third team All Big Ten, microwave score, is an adaptable player who can fit any scheme you put him in. He's a 6'4" wing. I thought I saw Jacoby was 5'11" and 3/4. Oh, he has a 6'4" wingspan. I'm sorry, 5'11", 6'4" wingspan. Thank you, Mr. Vanzanti. Thank you anybody who super chat tonight. Hit the thumbs up, commenting. Henry Vassell still just sitting there, going undrafted. Denver Nuggets are on the clock. Will Denver go big? I wasn't planning on staying this long for the draft, but now we're committed. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Spurs fans, Perry said he want Rui Hachimura as a free agent. Who do I think the Warriors select? I have no idea. Joshua, I don't have the best wingspan myself. My wingspan's only like 6'7". I say only because I'm 6'4". I guess 6'7" would be a normal wingspan for somebody my height. What's up, Brizzy? Thank you for stopping in. I'm a troll. I can only hope that Jacoby becomes the next Jalen Brunson. That would be incredible. Matthew, that's 6'1" with shoes. He's 5'11" and 3/4, I believe. I saw it was his combine height. Denver Nuggets on the board. All right, so Joshua, you're 6'2", 6'4". I'm 6'4", 6'7", with the height and the wingspan. So there you go. So Agana and Yenso was a guy I looked into, Warren. I would not have been mad if we drafted him. We went smaller. Oddly enough, we did the exact almost opposite we did yesterday. We went with girthy guys yesterday, and we went with smaller guys tonight. Y'all got to be grateful my wingspan's all of 5'7". All right, gentle capybara. Clay Cup, I don't know enough about Malik Brown. You say 6'7" without the... 6'4" without shoes, 6'7" wingspan. No additional anything on me. I'm 7'5" on a ladder. Milwaukee is acquiring the number 60 pick from the Magic for cash. All right. Thank you, Shams. We still have 1:10 left for the Nuggets. If the Warriors would pick Yaxel or you're talking about the first round yesterday? I think they were fine with Yaxel Lindenberg. That was a good pick for the Warriors. Can't go wrong with either guy. Jaden is a diet Zion Williamson based on a build and tendencies could have similar issues as Zion as well if not managed properly. Interesting take. Elaine plays with Pop It's and sure, I'll take a joke. Jay, what's going on? Good morning to you. We did have a great first round. TBD on the second round. I need to research both players. Mike, I hear you. I mean, I don't suck. I have an okay outside shot, but I mean, at my age too, people would be able to blow by me easily. Was never a good shot blocker, even though a lot of my friends are under 6'4". As somebody is 6'4" with a longer wingspan than them, I don't know, my timing sucked as a shot blocker. I was a good rebounder playing with my friends. I was kind of I considered myself a shorter white Dennis Rodman at the time because I would always, I'd get 2 or 3 offensive rebounds on putbacks because I'm not the best shot either up close. I think it was just a timing thing. The height helped, but just a timing thing. I would just always be out jumping my buddies for whatever reason. The Rim Reapers, okay? The Rim Reapers, I kind of like that. Still waiting on this Nuggets pick. I don't know why this one's taking forever. Blipping, I can't dunk at the moment. I could. Last year, the year before, I don't think I dunked. I didn't dunk on a 10-foot rim last year. I dunked on a 10-foot rim the year before. I'm going to be 49 soon. So if I can get my a couple inches back on my vert, because I only need a few more inches to do it, it'd be cool to still dunk near 50, but it also it beats up my knees, getting myself back up to be able to do that.
49th pick in the
Henry.
2026 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Bryce Hopkins from
Or
St.
not.
John's.
You guys might be right. This dude might actually not get drafted. Bryce Hopkins out of St. John's is going to the Denver Nuggets. Okay. 46 overall rank, picked at 49. Out of St. John, 6'7", 225 to the Denver Nuggets. Larry, it's looking like he's going to go undrafted. Luca, you might be right. The fact that he's dropped 20 spots now, 20 plus spots. Pick number 50 is up. He has dropped 22 spots so far. Larry said at 45-year-olds and 6'2", I definitely can grab rim, Larry. The problem is getting the ball over the rim. You need a few more inches to do that. You know what? Trust the process. What I would recommend and how I got myself up to dunking is if you can touch the rim easily, practice dunking something small like a tennis ball. Then work your way up to a soccer ball and then a basketball. You'll get the timing down because athleticism is part of it. But if you're just, if you're one of those guys like I was that's just getting enough over the rim to dunk it, you're going to need to practice your timing. Make sure you have full extension, max vertical. Seriously, practice a smaller object and you work your way up. Fox is not going anywhere. I agree. Not this year, Brian. Maybe we can get Henry in the 5th round. There you go. Stephon Castle wants to say hi because Stephon Castle. The best pineapple in the NBA, may I say. It does help when you can palm the ball, which I can. So that is a big part of it. I can palm a basketball. For you guys that were with me when I was live doing an unboxing, a viewer sent a basketball and I held it up like this. So yes, palming a basketball does help. Rich, remember me when you are. Remember you want Stormy when I'm at 100,000. I don't think we're gonna hit that number. The channel started, and I'm trying to be negative and being realistic. The channel started in April of 2019, so it's been over 7 years. We're at 37,000. So I actually looked it up. Year-wise, it's been consistent about 5,000 a year. Even this year, with the Spurs making the finals, it's been about 5,000 a year. I think this year we might do 6,000, but it would take another, at this rate, 10 years, which would put me near 60 years old, so we might not hit that goal. I would like to hit 100,000. I really would. You get the little YouTube plaque as well, but I think just covering the Spurs and then Giants and Yankees in shorts won't be enough to get us there. I would need a video to somehow go viral. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate that. Showing up, they might be picking teams from a hat. Yes. And Slay and Fish, I will talk about the second round picks tomorrow in a video because I need to research both guys. Channel goal for what, next season? The Spurs winning a championship. That's it. The problem now, and I talked to Ms. TSR about it, is the best time to grow would have been, over 4 or 5 years ago. My guy Bad Dog Sports has 150,000 subscribers. He got a ton of subscribers during the Lakers championship run in 2020 because there wasn't a ton of people calling the NBA then. Now there's a zillion channels doing play-by-play, so it's much harder to grow when there's a lot of people streaming. So that type of growth he got, I don't think is going to happen on this channel, but I'm happy with where our channel's at. I mean, the subscriber count in the end is just a number. The most important thing is how many of your subscribers are actually watching. And I think we have a good ratio, usually people watching here. Philobox Comics, my average video gets 1,000 views, but I have 1,300 subscribers, and I think a lot of people that are subscribed are watching, and they're watching a majority of the videos for over 50%, and the videos are usually a half hour long, so it's, it is what it is. As long as I'm having fun, and you guys are having fun, that's the most important thing, and the Spurs winning. And the Giants winning and the Yankees winning too would be nice. But I think for the channel at 100,000, I'd have to do more NBA content like this, doing more free agency coverage, draft coverage, etc. And again, there's a lot of competition out there. I'm a very tiny little channel in the YouTube world. Brian Wright, 0 moves at the trade deadline. No, we made 1 move, Miriam. We waived Jeremy Sohan. And the crazy thing is, we could have had Gershon Yabusele, who might have had some intel on the Knicks to share with us. Think about that. People haven't talked about this, I think, enough. Jeremy Sohan went to the Knicks. You're damn well certain that he gave them some intel on us. We could have traded, possibly got Gershon Yabusele, because we didn't know we were going to play the Knicks in the finals. Gershon, I think, would have helped have another big body out there. I think that was a big miss.
We have a trade to announce. The Oklahoma City Thunder are trading
That's
to the
from
Miami
before.
Heat the draft rights to Ryan Conwell, the 37th pick, in exchange for the draft rights
Sandler.
to Otavio
Nice, Mango.
Wade, the
We did make
41st
Jeremy
pick,
Sohan a champion.
and financial considerations.
All right, with the Raptors taking at 50. Is Henry
With the
finally
50th
gone?
pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Jaden Bradley from the University.
Nope. Jaden Bradley, the 44th overall rank player. Wow. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's the first guy on the board. All right, we'll just move it up. Henry's still not going anywhere. The Drew Show says, you're one of the biggest fan Spurs channels. I mean, Locked On has pro journals and ex-Spur Devin Brown and half your subs. They changed, I actually looked them up recently, the Drew Show. Locked On Spurs. What happened to they may know what happened to the guy that was doing it. Shoot. I don't remember his name. There was a different host I didn't recognize. The guy that was doing it's gone, and there's two people there. But Drew Shaw, I'll take that as a compliment. Was it Mark Garcia? Who's the Locked On? Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia. Oh, he got fired. So wait, is Locked On Spurs owned by is that actually owned by another company? I don't know all the YouTube workings. Like, I found out recently the Giants Collective is actually run by, it's a Bad Dog Sports Entertainer Talking Sports, was run by another party. Spurs Digest, I know, is a Spurs channel, but are they owned by the Giant Digest network? Because I didn't know Locked On Spurs was an employer. I thought it was just Jeff Garcia's YouTube channel he did for fun, but it is not the deal. They have, I didn't know they have Locked On for a lot of, Warren, I did not know that. They have Locked On for a lot of teams. I did not know that. I'm actually just finding this out. I had no idea. I know Locked On Spurs has been around for a long time. I didn't realize they're part of a network. So actually, I guess that would be I'll take that as a compliment that we're a solo. It's me. It's me just running TSR Sports. I mean, Miss TSR is here, the Couch Contingent, but we don't have any backing by Locked In or Digest or anything. It's just literally us. So actually, for us to do as well as we are, that's a compliment to the work that I've put in, but it's also a compliment to you guys for supporting the channel. And the work that you guys do too. You guys kick butt. Locked On TSR Sports. Texas Swarm, but I would be going to a smaller channel. I don't know how many subscribers they have, but somebody just said they have half of this channel. So, I mean, why would I apply? It wouldn't make sense. Plus, if you're working with somebody, you don't have 100% creative control of your channel. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? You know, I like being able to do what I enjoy here, like making music and talking to you guys. And if you have, somebody else running the show, then that changes things. And you might have to do sponsorships. I don't want to do sponsorships on this channel unless it's the actual San Antonio Spurs. And I see a lot of channels that are run by other parties with a lot of sponsorships. So, yeah, I'm glad we're doing. I'm happy with what we're doing here. This is the Wizards.
First pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Isaiah Nelson from the University of South Florida.
Okay. Henry Rozier still can't catch a break. I can't believe he has not been drafted yet. This is actually just crazy. You guys might be right. He might go undrafted. Yeah, Area 50, I think it was. Yeah, Bourne, I really did not know that. Oh, did Jeff get fired? Oh, that sucks. TSR and small market bias by Paul Garcia are good. TSR and small market bias by... Is small market bias a channel? I've never heard of it. I'm not familiar with that. No, there's a lot of Spurs channels now. Every day that I come on YouTube, there'll be a new Spurs channel suggested, and I was like, who the hell is this? like our draft picks tonight. I was like, who's that? I guess that's a good thing. Variety's good. depending on their reasons for doing it. Hopefully they're Spurs fans wanting to cover the Spurs and not just looking at the Spurs as dollar signs now, but looking, doing it because they love the team. Carlos Jeter, we are on pick number 52. The Spurs have drafted both their players. I haven't heard of either guy. The reason I'm sticking around live is if you look on the bottom left, Henry Vassell was the 28th overall ranked player by ESPN. He has not been drafted yet, and we're in the lower 50s right now. Mango, I'm going to talk about Kai Soto at some point. Random drop, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Luca, you might be right on all this. I don't know Area 210 JH, but I mean, again, there's a zillion Spurs. There's a ton of Spurs content from you guys to choose from. I appreciate you still choosing this content because I've been here since 2019, and some of you have been here that long, and you might be like, you know what? I've been with TSR for 3, 4, 5 years. I'm a little bored of him now. Let's do something new. So thank you for still sticking around. Spurs Digest has the hosts read scripts. All Digest guys are just... Oh, do they have scripts written for them? That's not... Drew Show, that's not a horrible thing. I've seen their editing. I can't edit videos that quick, so I'm assuming the Digest Network has some kind of program where they can put videos together quick. I shoot the videos on my break, so that's why it's just literally one take, and I'm limited on how much content I can put in the video. I do use a loose script, though. I don't have a word-for-word script. Absolutely not. Clearly, you guys hear me make mistakes, or I'll go off the cuff and make a tangent thought. I have bullet points. I'll have stats, too, if you guys see me looking over to my right a little bit during the videos. I like being transparent with you guys. There's nothing to hide. I'll have bullet points and stats. I'll also have the stuff on screen, but I don't have an actual script. For Philobox Comics, my second channel, I have a scripted intro, a scripted outro, and everything else is it's usually ad-lib. They'll have some like key issue notes, bullet points of first appearances not to forget, but that is totally just off the cuff. And whenever I shoot footage of me going through comics, obviously that is completely unscripted. Elias says, let's hear for the OG Spurs and TSR for life. I appreciate that. Texans Swarm, no comment. They can't be. No, they have a pretty good following, so there's no way they can be the. No, come on, let's be nice. Let's not knock any other Spurs channels. Let's not do that. Let's not be those guys. Now, please don't knock other channels either. All right, can I do a favor and time Miriam out? Yeah, Miriam, let's chill with the knocking other channels. Texas Swarm, that is a strong comment. Message me on the Twitters. I'm actually curious about that, why you would say that. That's it. Please do not knock other Spurs channels. There are going to be fake Spurs channels out there. And what do you mean by that is they're going to be doing the content for the money, and that's fine. You'll be able to tell Spurs fans from non-Spurs fans. That's it is what it is, but we don't have to discuss anything that's shenanigan or shenanigan, is that a word? Let's just let them do their thing. And in the end, more Spurs content's not a bad thing, is it? Remember when it was just me, Clan, and DC Tree Nation 5 years ago? What about Bob? What the $5 super chat says, Quintance. Number 1 to 3 overall defensive prospect. Brown, number 6 to 10 overall defensive prospect. Reed, number 8 to 12 overall defensive prospect. Borderline top 10 defensive big. Gillespie, top 5, 8 defensive guard. So we went all defense. The Clippers are trading number 52 to the Atlanta Hawks. Mark Tatum's back in the house. Thank you, Carlos.
The 52nd pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the LA Clippers select Henry Vassell from
Henry's been drafted!
University of North Carolina.
It has happened! The number 28 pick has been finally drafted at 52. Drops 24 spots off big boards. Congratulations to Henry. He was drafted. I think we might be the biggest independent channel news. I mean, the San Antonio Spurs channel is obviously the biggest Spurs channel, and I'm very proud of that. Drawing Chunk, thank you for stopping in. So, Mike, I have caught that. A lot of people are using the same template, and it's all starting to look a little samey. I'm seeing more AI-generated thumbnails, too. I hope people get away from that because then it just starts to all look the same when you're looking for a video to watch. I can't really say anybody in particular, but I'm noticing it on some channels I watch. They're using clearly the AI template, and I'm seeing the same channels use the same templates, and I'm like, mix it up, you know? It's cool to have a catchy thumbnail. You need a thumbnail that catches the eye and a title that catches the eye, but don't keep using the same thing over and over because you're going to start pushing people away. Guys, I said I would stay live until Henry was drafted. He was finally drafted. Congratulations to him. He made it. It was worth the wait. And I wanted to, you know, I was going to stop this when the Spurs used both their picks, but then it became the Henry Vassell watch. I'm not even trying to say his last name, and he finally got drafted. Congratulations to him. Unfortunately, he lost a lot of money going from number 28 to, what was it, 52? He's still going to be a millionaire. He'll be okay. And that's all I got, guys. I'll do a report card on this draft tomorrow. Yeah, I'll research both players before I go to work and then put something together, and we'll have a video up and report card for the second round. I do think our first round was better, but you guys are saying some good things about these second round picks, so we'll see. Tomorrow, the video will be up around 11 a.m., between 11 and like 11:10 usually, and I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight, coming out for the second round. It was a lot of fun. Support your fellow Spurs channel, and that's all I got. So appreciate y'all. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. On behalf of myself and the Couch Contingent, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!